Go.
How did I discover dogs?
This is our first.
This is our
Our
first.
very, very first
Our very
video
first.
that we're
So we're
doing.
all a bit nervous,
Yeah.
a bit twittery.
It'll be okay though.
6 months time, we'll be like, yay, we're here.
Yes.
Right, so how did I get to be who I am today? Yes. Right, okay, so I grew up with dogs, born into a family of dogs. Both my parents had dogs in their lives before they came together and got married. And then in the early days, my parents had a curly-coated retriever, golden retrievers, who I do remember with great love and joy. And then the terriers came along later. We had a Westie and then Cairns, as me and my brother were growing up. So it became an addiction really when I was in my late teens, early 20s. And then when my dad died, I became firmly sort of embedded into the dogs, supporting and working with Mum to take those forward. And then Mum's gradually taken a more of a back seat, and I kind of head it all up now. So yeah, dogs have always been part of my life and always been a great pull within the family.
And did your mum and dad breed dogs, or have you started doing that?
No, Mum and Dad bred them together, and I was just always there. One of my earliest memories is a litter of 13 golden retriever puppies.
Wow.
And she'd had them through the night, and there were just all these babies. I got up in the morning and there's all these puppies in the nest with Mum and Dad there. Yes. But so just getting up and having so much joy of all of that experience and the sadness of losing them as a youngster and stuff. But so they've always been part of my life. Yeah. And then the crossover really is I had a horse called Porky. His proper name was Goldie, but he was always fat. So I called him Porky, and that was when I was in my late teens. Yeah. My sister-in-law Vicky had her horse at a yard, and I tagged along and always loved and always thought I'd wanted horses. Yeah. But I don't need to tell you how much hard work they are and the expense and that. And then the dogs were always there, and such a massive pull that it was kind of like always really going to be dogs. Yeah. But tipped with horses along the way.
Yeah. I mean, you still dip in with horses, don't you? Is it Peggy's Lee?
Yes, I've got great friends at Peggy's Lee bed and breakfast up in Pennycook in Scotland. Yeah. They breed and show Clydesdales. Yeah.
I love seeing the pictures when you got
absolutely, there. So we touch in with them occasionally and go to the Horse of the Year show to watch them. Yeah, of course. But as all I do now is admire all their equipment and pat them on the nose. Yeah. That's it, and go, oh my God, you're huge.
It's the best way to do it.
Absolutely, yes. So go for a weekend once a year and then dip out again. So
that's good.
Yeah. And what about you, Rachel? How did you discover horses?
I don't actually remember.
Oh, really?
There's a funny story about me going to a school fete and having a real face on me about not wanting to ride a smelly pony.
Oh no, really?
Mum tells me this story,
and
I do not remember it at all.
Wow.
I know my granddad loved horses.
Pony.
Literally, I don't remember it at all. But Granddad loved horses. He used to go to school on a horse. He's kind of
of that age
sort of thing.
Yeah.
Wow. So whether it comes from there and skipped a generation, I don't know, because my parents are not horsey in the slightest. I started at a riding school when I was 7. I was volunteering there when I was 12. Okay. Worked there when I was 16.
Oh, lovely.
And then I went there full time once I finished my A-levels kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
Judith, where I work now, was very kind enough to offer me horses to ride to do my qualifications. Mm-hmm. So I did the qualifications, started them while I was still at riding school. Yeah. Ended up moving to where I am now. Yeah. I've been off and done other things in between. I went to a show yard. We'll gloss over that.
Okay.
We'll just carry on. And now I'm completely freelance.
Excellent.
I've still got my own horse. I just can't imagine my life without horses at all.
Yeah, totally.
Like even through all the chaos and whatever.
Yeah. When you went those early mornings or the late nights and you're covered in your case, mud and I get muddy occasionally, but when things are going wrong.
Yeah, the middle of winter and it's like absolutely hammering down the rain. I've got hay nets slung over my back and I'm like, I love my job, I love what I do, I love my
animals.
Horse.
I know,
But it's so worth it. It's
absolutely, there's nothing like it.
You wouldn't have it any other way.
No, quite. Absolutely.
There we go.
Fab. So that's really how we came to be involved and so passionate about the loves of our lives, dogs and horses. And then you might be wondering how we met.
Yes.
So back in
it would have been 2019.
2019, okay.
Yeah.
It began.
I decided that I was going to do a dog grooming course, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Got in touch with Dawn, found Dawn, the local dog groomer, and then lockdown hit.
Literally, what was it, the day, did you say earlier, was the day of your course?
Yeah, literally day one of my course. We were emailing in the week running up to lockdown going, I've got no idea what's going on, we'll just keep in touch. And then it all closed down, that's it.
Yeah.
So
done.
Got on pause, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Picked it up afterwards when we were allowed to do things.
Yes, kept in touch, and then I can remember you coming in next door and learning the basics within the grooming salon and stuff.
That's it.
And then I can't remember. Did someone? I think we needed admin help in the office.
It was Julie decided that she didn't want to do it anymore. She was
absolutely,
like, I know someone who'd be good at this. I did the student admin first.
Yes, you did. Yes, yes, you did. Rachel let me know that she had some admin skills, and then I was like, "Ooh, there we go." Yes, with Julie leaving, then Rachel stepped in and picked up all the student admin.
Yeah, that's it.
And then what happened from there?
Started doing social media.
Yes,
absolutely. We wanted more on Facebook.
Yes,
so I took that
we needed a social media presence for the business to promote the business.
Yeah,
and Rachel's really good at IT, and I'm not so clever. So Rachel took that and really worked hard to promote us on Facebook, the Doghouse on Facebook. Instagram and TikTok as well. So
we try and do TikTok.
We do dabble in bits of TikTok.
Yes.
So
and then of course there's your dogs. I photograph your dogs and look after them as well.
Yes, So there's all running through all of this, because Rachel, part of what Rachel does is the horse and house sitting. Then, Rachel, will you do some dog sitting, please? So she's already booked for, it's over 12 months' time for when we go to Italy for the World Show next year. So get Rachel booked in early. Yeah. And it's so lovely to have somebody that you can trust live in while you go out and look after all the chaos at home that is my house. So that's how we met, and so then the dog sitting is the theme all the way through that. And then Rachel is an excellent photographer, so every year we get together sort of autumn time. The first year we did it in one of your friends' barns. We took loads of photos of my dogs. We have publications every year in the dog show world called yearbooks, Breed Club yearbooks. So Rachel takes stunning photos of all the doggies, and we have a couple of hours of hilarity whilst trying to get the terriers to pose in all sorts of wonderful positions without getting stuck in the bales the first year, chasing the rats, wet, and then we did the second year was a photo shoot by a lake, and several of them wanted to go in, and my mother at one point was fishing treats out.
We lost a bag
of treats.
Along with them.
So my mother was in danger of tippling into the water, but luckily nobody drowned, so that was good. So there's the photography as well, which is the running theme,
and
that
just kind of links all together, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely, it does just work. So, and luckily we both get on really well. And you did that. We filmed the grooming series as well, didn't we? So I had several years ago created a dog grooming DVD focusing on Cairn Terriers, and then to update that, because who has DVD players now? Everything's online. We filmed in this very room a whole series of videos helping people to hand strip. So there's a link. We'll put a link into that as well. There we go. We can add that in. So this is where we came really to today, and we were just chuntering at one point, weren't we? Thinking about and bashing emails backwards and forwards about work-related stuff. And it was like, I fancy having a YouTube channel. And she was like, yay, great, let's do this. Let's kind of just chat, chat, share our experiences, because between us there's like a huge amount of experience, dibbling and dabbling in all sorts of stuff, obviously dogs and horses, but a lot around the periphery as well, isn't it? So
but we'll bring some personal recommendations and stuff like that, things that we use that we find work.
Absolutely, tried and tested foods and products, and places to go visit and all the rest of it as well. So that's us.
So there you go. Not much more to say.
No, there isn't really, is there? So we'll shut up now.
We'll get some actual content done soon.
Probably.